In tonight's Rant and Rave, we'll hear about the NBA lockout and who's going to win the big game between LSU and Alabama this weekend.
All right, 2 questions. Will the Falcons blow out the Colts? And is Coach Richt out of the hot seat?
Bill Shanks and Samantha Smith put it all up for debate.
Rant and Rave, here we go. We start with the NBA. Yes, the NBA, it's still supposedly around. It's supposed to be starting this week. Do we care, though, Samantha, that the NBA is not starting this week? To be honest with you, no. I really haven't missed all the off-season stuff or anything like that. I get tired of hearing about labor negotiations and all that stuff. It gets kind of boring after a while, and I don't know, maybe we'll care in February or March, but right now we're in football season, so who cares?
Completely agreed, Bill. Unless your last name is Kardashian, well, not Kim because of that whole divorce thing. Unless you're Khloe Kardashian, you probably don't care too much about this NBA lockout. I know I cared a lot more about the word lockout when there was an NFL in front of it. If you're part of the general public, probably not.
Exactly. I think you're right. All right, issue 2. Did the win for Georgia over Florida get Mark Richt off the hot seat? Well, maybe a little bit, because it was nice to win at Florida, even though it was a crappy game, and neither team seems to be very good this year. Yes, Georgia's won 6 in a row, but who have they beat? However, now that Georgia doesn't have any running backs this week, and they're still kind of shaky out there on special teams, I don't know if they lose to Auburn or Georgia Tech, if that hot seat will be any less warm or not, Samantha.
Well, I completely agree with you here, too. We're agreeing a lot this week. I think it took a little bit of the warmth off that seat. But let's be honest, would UGA had really won that game had Brantley been at 100%? The special teams situation, yeah, that looks pretty dismal. I'd say if there's a good coach that's looking for a spot in Athens at the end of the season, Mark Richt might as well go ahead and throw up a for sale sign.
You might. I have to see what happens in that Auburn game and against Georgia Tech. All right, issue 3, the big game on Saturday, perhaps the biggest regular season game in college football history. That's what they're saying, at least. Alabama versus LSU in Tuscaloosa. I'm going to say LSU, believe it or not. I kind of want Alabama to win because I like Alabama better than those Cajuns out there. But I'll be honest with you, I think LSU's playing great football right now. They just seem to have a little bit of an intangible that makes it difficult to go against them right now, even going into Tuscaloosa. Les Miles is crazy, but you know what? He's a pretty good football coach. I think LSU will win this football game.
Well, I completely agree with you that LSU head coach Les Miles, he's crazy. And orange and yellow, not a good color combination here. But I'm taking Alabama. Only one team is going to leave Bryant-Denny Stadium undefeated on Saturday, and it's not going to be LSU. These are the 2 best defenses in college football, the 2 best teams in college football, number 1 and number 2, head-to-head in prime time. This is going to be a great game, folks. You're not going to want to miss this one, but I got to pick Alabama.
It should be a great game. I hope it lives up to the hype. Final topic, Falcons versus the Colts. The Falcons have been off for a week. They'll kind of regroup and go up to Indianapolis to play the winless Colts. The Falcons are going to win this game. It's going to be an easy game. Peyton Manning's not there, thank goodness, and that means the Colts are not very good. They may even be up for the first-round draft pick overall in April, but right now they're not very good, and the Falcons are going to take advantage of that because next week it's the Saints, and Samantha, that is the big game that we'll be waiting for.
Yeah, we'll be waiting for that one, but this game on Sunday, I don't know. The Falcons, I got to go with them. The Colts look terrible. They haven't won a single game yet. No Peyton Manning. Very depressing for this Tennessee girl here, but I got to go with the Falcons. The Colts just look really terrible.
Should be a fun week of football. We'll start the weekend off on Friday night with great high school football action. We'll see you Friday at 11:15 for the End Zone here on 41 NBC.